Okay, students. So finally here all the switches are fitted now. Okay. Now we started wiring the switches. Okay. Already you know that all the switch contacts are well tinned. Now I'm going to connect a common wire for all the switches. Okay. So for this, what I'm trying to do, see, I'm taking this loops. I wanted to make this as a common to all of this. Okay. So likewise, I'm taking, so this is a wire stripper. So I'm using a wire stripper to, you see, this is how the insulation removed, and after that I'm going to do this and then twist little so that again I can tin with soldering iron. Okay, so this point is also ready for the, this is for the first switch, this is second switch, and again this is for third switch. Okay, likewise we need for the fourth switch. So once again remove the insulation. Okay, and you see I'm using this plier and again tin it. And this is for the fourth switch, it is ready. See, this is for first, this is second, and this is for third, and this is for the fourth one, and again now I'm going to take out insulation for the fifth one. Okay, fifth one. And again tin it so that whenever we are going to solder to the switch, we can comfortably solder easily. Okay, now, so how many? First, second, third, and for fourth, and for fifth. Now the last one, so is this. Okay, now the interesting thing, what you can observe, see here, see no coppers, no coppers. Just guess why there are no coppers. Here also no coppers, here also no coppers, here also no coppers. Guess why there are no coppers? Interesting, no? Yeah, I think now here we have the coppers. Okay, right. Okay, so interesting. So in similar to this, in fact, we need to add for the other line of switches also. So what we can do is, okay, anyway this is going for, you know, from the to the circuit board. I don't think we required any more than this, so we'll cut out this cable here, and then I can take this cable and I can attach to that. Okay, and then again I'll take the length, same length, see, for the second line of switches. Okay, again tinning, Okay. Now I need to take the length required. Okay. So without much measurements, we use this hard rule. Okay. So better we'll take some little extra, so that while stretching out, I'll remove the insulation. So done. So now exactly again the same process of press it and again stretch it, and then again use this way and twist them properly. Okay, and again tin it. This is going to be for the 7th switch, right? Okay, and from the 7th switch we'll go for, okay, again here use the same thing like the wire stripper. Okay, and again stretch it. So for which number switch it is, we'll see for all the 12 switches. Students, I hope you are all enjoying learning connections. Let me see for how many switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 7th, for 8th, for 9th we did. Now we have to go for the 10th. Okay, 10th, and after 10th, 11th, and after that this is for 11th. This is a common cable for all the switches. Now again the same thing, like no coppers. Guess why there are no coppers? Because they went inside while we are taking out. See, till now we don't find the copper, the last connection. I think, yeah. So this is the okay. So we are done. We made this common cable. Now it is our time to solder it on to all the switches. Now it's going to be easy for all of us. The reason it is easy, because already we tinned it. Okay, so it's going to be very easy. Just you see, here it's a matter of soldering, so easy. See, it's very simple, very easy, because already we tinned the contacts and we tinned, so it's easy for us to handle, solder the things very easily. That's how we need to prepare the preparations well. With the prepare And also we need to clean our work area, okay, at every single stage. We shouldn't have the waste material nearby unnecessarily, they confuse you. So keep the things normal. So whatever tools are not required, you have to keep them aside, okay? So that makes your life easier, so that no confusions. Okay, so otherwise what happens, whatever is important, you won't be able to see that. See here now, the most interesting thing is, okay, the most interesting thing what we are finding here, see all the switches, I'm just checking them whether they are pressing properly or not, right? Anyway, good. So I just want to see, make sure the solder wire is properly added here, or I need to add little more, okay? It is better, because while soldering the wires to this, so I'm just keeping little more so that I don't find anything less while attaching the common cable, okay? Every switch is meant for a different sound. See, now it's so easy for me to add the wires, very easy. So what I'm going to do, this fellow, while soldering, it has come out because I didn't allow it to cool properly, okay? That's why. So this is how. And also you can make sure, okay, so this is the way. And also we can use this tweezers to hold these wires while soldering, attaching to the switch, because you students may not have that experience, so that you might feel little hotter. But what I wanted to do, I can always take little solder wire here and then use the solder wire for attaching so easily. You can blow some air on the joint so that you can fastly become hotter, right? See, this is how you can keep adding one by one. And you can also check your connections whether they are going proper or not. You can always check them, okay? So it's easy, we can make them. So what we need to do, better you little take some solder wire to the soldering iron tip, and then, okay, this is the way, okay, so easily blow a little air on the joint, point where you are soldering, and make sure that is proper. And so check every time whenever you complete your connections, okay? And then here it is slightly taller, so I'm going to use this lead cutter. So this lead cutter, I'm going to cut little portion extra. So why do I have that little portion there? So taking little solder wire, solder, and then okay, see how nice nicely we did. And now this one has to go. Okay, for all these connections we have to keep them ready like this for every single switch. Okay, we have to keep the loop ready. This is common wire for all the switches. Okay, that's nice. Good. So what I'm going to do, again the same thing. Okay, here I can use this tweezer so that you will see how I'm doing the work. Okay, we cannot keep this heat for more longer time on the switch. The heat will go and damage the switch. We have to complete the task as earliest as possible on the switch contact point, because they are switches. The body is plastic for cost effectiveness. So we cannot keep the heat more time on that contact. So same work is continuing, repeating. I hope you appreciate my techniques, because the techniques are more important. This is killing. See, I'm holding the two wires so that gives me more grip. Okay. See, now I'm soldering. I'm attaching the common cable for the 10 switches. In 10th minute, see, I have completed how fastly I have completed all the switches. Okay, it's easy. Okay, done. That's it. Now I'm done with the final, connecting the final cable, the common cable, to okay, that's it. So my dear friends, you see all these loops, I'm checking physically whether they're properly sticking on to all the switches. Yes, I'm done. So now it is my work to connect the rest of the wires, okay, for every single switches. See, now, see, you can see how nicely they all went. Okay, the connections, physical connections are more important. So I've tested them physically, they are not coming out. Okay, now this is the final connection to my board. Once I complete doing my work, this will go here, and all the other wires are going to be here from there. Okay, okay, now I'll be using this color card from all these switches so that I can connect them onto the board. Okay, so how do I do that? So what I need to do is I'm going to make use this color code. See, there are only 10 wires are here in this, so I need to use 2 more colors. Okay, but usually, okay, I'll do one thing, I'll repeat 2 more colors from the same. Okay, or otherwise I'll do this way. See, what I'm going to do is, from here I'll use 5 and another 5 here. I'll just leave these 2 if I want, but otherwise I can add 2 more wires and then see how the sound affects onto that side as well. I'll ask my assisting student to help me to get 2 more wires so that I can do that. But anyway, but before what I do, I have to decide here how do I connect this cable. Okay, this is important. So so what I'll do is, I have to separate all these wires so that they have to go to all the switches, right? So if I keep like this, then 5 of them will go to this side, 5 of them will go to that side. So lastly I can take 2 more wires from here and I can pull out all of this. Okay, so 5 I'm going to separate that side and 5 I'm going to separate this side. Okay, so this is important. So that side and this side. Okay, so how do we do that? So this 5 to this side, that 5 to that side. Okay, so this way we can connect. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I have separated to some extent, and after that again few have to from this side, few have to go that side as well, right? So that's another important task. Okay, so one has to go to the last. Okay, see, every single lead has to come out. Okay, they are a bit harder, so I'm using my tool to separate them. Okay, all of them have come, and you see I'm going to use this all of them here. So I need little more opening because I found once I want to solder them here, so they all have to go nicely to all the places, right? So here what you need to observe very interestingly, okay, is see these two are have to go, okay, little far. That's why I'm opening, okay, to the, after that these two are here, the center one is here, so we'll work this way. Okay, so this is ready. So how do we take out the insulation? Once again we need to use this wire stripper. We need to use this wire stripper and press it and pull that. Otherwise there is another tool also, so to remove the insulations. But I'm more, in childhood days I used to use another kind of small machine. Just plug it like that, immediately that insulation will come. Next time I'll order that one for all of you. So in similar to this, so we'll have to open up this for the other side because process. Okay, so that we can take out to, yeah, interesting. Again preparations. Okay, so for the other line, and again we need to take out insulation for all of them. This is important. One way okay, so I removed. Now what I am trying to do, actually what best we can do all the time, this is good practice, like if you clean all these cables, okay, if you clean them once, okay, if you clean them once, okay, on the both sides, if you clean them once and twist them, okay, once you clean them and then twist them, and the other step after doing this, okay, so twist them so that we can apply little flux and tin them again so that we can solder them nicely on the switches as well on the other side of this color cord, like you see how nicely I have twisted them. Okay, now you see this is the flux dabba, So what we can do, we can apply little flux to all this, okay, so that it will be easy for us to tin them nicely. Okay. See, now I'm going to tin properly every single wire. See, just little. See how nicely you'll see the shining. See the tinned ones. So you can take little solder wire and do the tinning, or you can take the wire there itself and do whatever way you want, doesn't matter. Okay. Don't use more solder wire. Just make sure that's sufficient enough to solder the joints and the cables. Okay, now I tightened them nicely, and after that I found little extra, so I don't want that extra ones, so I'm removing the extra ones because I'm not going to use. That will disturb my work while connecting them onto the switches. So my dear students, as you all know that at every single step I always prefer clean my workspace, okay, because I don't like having all this crap. I don't like. Okay, now I'll ask my assisting student to help me, as it is Sunday. He is happy learning a lot of things from me. So I wish all of you will also do a lot of projects on Sunday. Okay, this is how I'm going to add these cables, right? So this way I'm going to add. Now I'm just trying to figure out which one will go in which direction. Okay, this way. So I'll request my student to hold this cable here so that I'll decide which one will go where. So okay, good, no problem. I can always do whatever best I can do from here, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll use my own convenient technique. See, I forgot to, my dear friends, I forgot to what is that, tinning this point, because while tightening, what happened, suddenly we found there is a switch problem. Then we have replaced the switch while tightening, but at that time the problem is we forgot to tin that faulty switch. So I just tinned in front of you again. Okay, so that is the switch. We started connecting the wire. Okay, good. And after that I need to take out all these wires one by one, and now as you all know that for my strength and support, so I'll take this so that my work will be easy. So I have attached, so that what happens, it will be easy for me to handle the rest of the wires. So easy. So you all can see, I'm going to show you this way. Okay, so this wire has to go to this switch. Okay, as the switches are already tinned, so the connections will be very easy to attach as well. Okay, now this is going to be the center one. So okay, the center one also attach it properly. Now this connection, I don't see properly the tinning to this switch. That's why I'm trying to do tinning properly to this point. Probably we might have forgot, or that contact is not taking proper solder wire. So I applied little more heat. Hold this board. Okay, see, we can see all these wires: green, blue, violet, gray and white. Okay, in similar to that we need to do on the other side also. So for doing the other side, what we need to do, these common wires, we have to press them inside so that the commons will be sent inside. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. So now we need to start working with this. So let us start. We'll twist this way. No problem, anyone will do. So we'll twist this way so that from the start to end the continuation will come to us. Okay, so first I'm going to solder the yellow one. Already the switch is tinned and the wire is also tinned, so we just need to apply heat between the both. That's it. One got soldered, and after that, which is the color coming out? This orange one. And then, oh, the orange one has come out because I didn't so I just tested it once again, so that's fine. Now I'm going to separate these wires for a little opening so that will be convenient for me to solder that wire also. Okay, so the gray wire. Okay, now gray wire is going for getting soldered. Okay, now from this ribbon cable, the last one is going, the black one, to get soldered. Okay, see my dear friends, so we started from the one, the black. Okay, so all the way, like after that black and the gray, I mean the brown, the red, orange, yellow, after the yellow, the green and the blue and violet, gray and white. Okay, So we have followed the color sequence so that we can also connect them in a sequence here, so that you will find them in a sequence of operating the colors. That will be easy for you. Okay, so what switch has to come first and all that. So this is interesting work what you have done. So now two more wires have to come from here, so that we can take all of them for final connection to the PCB, printed circuit board. Okay, so I have here one yellow cable and one this. What is the color of this cable? Brown. Okay, this brown usually we use it for switch. So we will be connecting this one for switch. Okay, so how do we do that for connecting switch? Again, what I'm interested in doing this, like I had to prepare this cable for switch. Okay, this already we made it for speaker. So what I'm going to do here, very interestingly, so we have a switch here. This one is a speaker, because this is a music instrument. Ultimately, the output of this instrument, this gadget, this project is for playing music. Sarigama Padanisa. So what I did, you see, I'm removing some insulation. So once again, for all the cables, as you know that, we just keep it in flex and tin them so that the contacts are going to be good. So next time when you are soldering to the switch, okay, so this is the switch. So let us prepare the switch also ready for us. So what I wish to do, see, once again I wanted to tin this switch also. So suppose now I have one student helping me, but most of the time I alone to do a lot of things. Okay, so I'll use these small techniques. Now I'm looking for my solder wire. So already flex applied. Here also I cannot, keep the heat more time, because plastic body, the heat will go and damage the switch connections. So just little time, and the moment it catches the solder wire there, that's it. Remove it and give little time so that the heat gets normal, you see. Then again reverse it, repeat the same. Okay, so no more time. Just little time. So the switch contacts got tinned properly, and we can already, these contacts are also tinned. So what I'm going to do, see, these contacts I'm going to solder. So with little pressure on my, see, the switch is going down while I'm soldering. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take little help. See, under the switch I'm going to do some support. Okay, because the switch is going down. Sometimes I keep a rubber band here so that won't go down, but this time I'm just putting, see, this is the kind of rubber band I use. So when I put some rubber band, what happens? So that will help me so that I can solder properly, See how nicely I'm able to do that because of the help of the rubber band. Okay, now again open my helping tool, this cutting plier as a helping tool. So once again keep this cable there. because switch contacts are properly, okay. See, I have tested, nothing is coming out, it's perfectly done, okay, no problem. You can see the proper connected. This is skilling, okay. So skills are more important, hands-on skills. So my switch is working fine. I can test it by opening this connection. So how do I do that? See, open, and again on this side I'm going to remove the insulation, and again, you know that process. What I will do is I'll twist them properly, okay. Make all the leads as a single so that they can go into my PCB nicely. So once again, tinning, so that I am preparing this connection with little lead, not more lead, because if it is more lead, it won't go properly into the printed circuit board. So I am cutting this lead in a cross so that that can easily go into my board, okay. So that, yeah. So once again, they are ready. Now what I am going to do, I am going to keep my digital multimeter in the buzzer mode to make sure my switch is working or not, okay. So this is, the switch is off. Now I can ask my assisting student to keep it on, okay. Yeah, it is off. Yeah, open circuit. Yeah, close circuit. So the switch is working properly. All right, we have tested the switch. This is how we need to keep the things ready for completing the project, okay. This is very important. And you know, for every time, for every step, I just clean my workspace so that there is no confusion for me. I can enjoy working, okay. So the next step, which is going to be, so again, seems similar. This is the cable, same color cable for speaker, okay. Once again, the same process. I need to prepare this cable for connecting to the circuit board, okay. On the other side, I can connect to the speaker, okay. Most surprisingly, you might be waiting what are the components that I am going to keep on the circuit board, the printed circuit board, right? Yeah. Once after I do this, then I'll come to that point. I'll be working on that now. So I prepared a cable ready for connecting onto the, okay. So we will be working with the PCB now, okay. So we'll be now, mostly we are done with the switch wire and the speaker wire, and we have prepared the switch connections. All these things are ready, but as I told you that we need two more wires for this switch and this switch, and I'm going to ask my student to give me two different colors, any of his choice, no problem, so that I can connect those wires, okay. Maybe 10 inches each. So he gave me a cable, the green color, so I can take out around 10 to 12 inches of this wire, okay. So because ultimately these wires have to go and get connected to the motherboard, right? Okay, so I'm ready with one wire, yeah, and the next also I'm ready, okay. See. So this green you can connect to, and because this ribbon cable has only 10 wires, that's why we need 12. That's why two more. Colors doesn't matter actually, but it gives you, for the function color doesn't matter, but while making it will avoid the confusion, so that now with different colors you can write them what color is for what. So you can write them on a paper so that you don't get any confusion while connecting or soldering to the switch or the board. You won't get any confusions. So this is going to avoid all your confusions. Okay, so I'm going to ask my student to hold it. See, this is how we need to. The most easy way you can always solder, because you already tinned them, the switch contact as well the cable. Okay, so now see all of this. Okay, I think we know they are the special cables, so we can make them common with some fun, like little fun added to these cables now. So finally, these connections, along with these cables, we can connect in circuits wherever, whatever way we want. Okay, so this is fine. I think the black one is a little lesser, so we can add because all of this. So I think we need to add little black to this, so that all of these cables are coming nice. I think we can. Okay, so we need to add little black cable. We can add. Earlier I have not thought that much of cable required, but this is good that you can learn something. How do we add the cable, right? So what I'm going to do here, see, once again I'm going to tin the both, as you know that all the time I do. See, I'm tinning. Okay, now I need to attach these two. This is more interesting. Attaching them is more interesting. Okay, see how I'm attaching. The both are properly tinned, and I brought them close. So I applied heat on them. That's it. Okay, that's it. So if I'm not satisfied, I can pull them and see, and also I can do it again. So for you I'm doing it second time. Okay, see how I'm holding the both, and then I'm trying to saw. I'll use little more lead. Okay, little more, so that you will enjoy the joint properly. I'm removing this again. Okay, see, exactly parallel to one parallel. This is how You need to have control on your hand, right? That's what is more important. Control on your hand is more important, right? See, this is very important. See? So, or otherwise, these days you get a lot of clips and all, so that you can keep them in clips and do the proper job. So finally, now I'm done. I'm satisfied with the joint properly. Okay, so this is how I did it, and I want to insulate this. So I can either way use 2-3 different things to insulate this. We can use the tape, or we can use the tubes, and then with this lighter we can heat up. So either way you can do. So I prefer using the tube. I have 1 mm, 1.5 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm. So different, so I'll check. See, this is nice. So exactly it is going. I'll cut little portion of it. Okay, so you can see the mm is written on this tube. Okay, so you need to know which cable you are using for which. Okay, see, and after that, if you use this, okay, what is this? This is a cigarette lighter, I think so. See, I think we need to close the fan. Because of the fan, the fire is going to stop. The flame is, see, this is all, oh yeah, it is insulated. Okay, this is insulated. So I have attached the cable for the black one. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this attachment as well. You don't even know now where I have attached. That is interesting, no? You don't even see where I have attached. You have not even noticed that, right? So this is all we need to work, so that, because the earlier one is there with us for quite a long time. Okay, so I wanted to put a rubber band so that they don't go anywhere. Okay, this is how I'm done with this. I prepared it ready. I think it's tea time for me, so I'll stop for some time, so that once I come back after my tea, I'll make you understand all about this circuit board and electronic components. So I'm just taking out the pin out of it. I'm a bit scared with these stapler pins. So, so I have a lot of components from here. My dear students, we have a lot of components here. Okay, some capacitors and IC base, and we have a integrated circuit IC, a kind of so more resistors, and we'll find out what are all the values, and based on that we'll start working and putting them onto this circuit board, and then start soldering. Okay, we'll get back.